Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today's November 26, 2018. This is the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving all the news according to the charts. What we do, we fumble through articles, watch videos, and try to get the idea of what that particular article or video is trying to reference. And we look at the price chart to make sure that it actually correlates with what was just said or what was just read from the article. Okay, and as you guys can tell here, we're going to talk about the cannabis industry. But before I get started on that, understand that this is something that is not being produced anywhere else to where you correlate the price charts with any of the articles or videos you may read about particular financial security. This is one of the things that we offer to you all on this particular platform. So if this is your first time coming to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like, and as well as share the video, because we want to get this information out far and wide. Because here at HueFin News, we already understand that the truth is listed on the price chart, and if you're able to discern what the price chart is reading to you, you will be a very profitable trader in the market. And all of the other articles and videos that you hear and read are literally trying to persuade you to move in a certain direction. But once you understand the price chart, you cannot be swayed in either direction, whether it's to buy or whether to sell, because you can understand what the market is telling you. Okay, so we do look forward to you all participating, joining to this channel, because we definitely will produce more of these type of videos in the long term. So now let's get started in our article for today. Okay, this article was produced yesterday, November 25th, 2018 by the Motley Fool, Keith Spates. Okay, the title reads, Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth can't enter the huge US market, but these two Canadian marijuana stocks already have. And as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, it tells you don't buy Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth, buy this instead. So this particular article is going to reference those two companies, and it is Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House. Okay, the article starts out with poor Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth. They're the two biggest marijuana producers in the world in terms of capacity, and both of these companies have built major operations across the world, including Canada and Europe. But neither of these two companies, Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth, can do business in the United States, which is the biggest marijuana market of all. There is two companies that is based in Canada that has already claimed market share in the United States. That is Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House. They look like better marijuana stocks to buy right now than the big players that can't expand into the huge US market, is what Keith writes. Let's go down a little bit further. Now you might be wondering why Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House are already here in the United States, while Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth are just dreaming of expanding into this market. The great divide is because of the stock exchange in which these companies are being listed. Okay, Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth are both listed on the TSX, the Toronto Stock Exchange, and the New York Stock Exchange. Now, the Toronto Stock Exchange doesn't allow marijuana related companies listed on the exchange to operate in the US as long as marijuana remains illegal at the federal level. The New York Stock Exchange has about the same type of restrictions. Now, Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House are listed on different exchanges, the Canadian Securities Exchange. Now, the CSE doesn't have any problems with marijuana stocks doing business anywhere in the world as long as they provide full disclosure to their investors. Very huge difference. Now, Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth cited to be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange because it gives them a bigger market for their investors. They have a larger exposure to an investor pool rather than the smaller size CSE. So that is the reason why Aurora Cannabis and Canopy growth went the direction of being listed on the TSX and NYSE and Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House being listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange. Okay. Now I will leave you guys a link to this article in the description of this video if you guys want to continue to go ahead and read. I'm just going to skim through some of the things that I think is very important, and that should be attributable to the price chart. Okay. Now this is a waiting game. Okay. Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth are just simply waiting eagerly for changes to come at the federal level regarding the cannabis industry. They're just waiting for the United States to open up the door to establishing operations in the world's biggest marijuana market. Keith also goes on to write that there's still a good chance that it could be years before Aurora or Canopy can expand in the United States. Considering that Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House are already here, they're playing a different kind of game, a different kind of waiting game, because they will already be positioned here in the United States to absorb majority of the market share once the United States opens up their federal changes to this particular new industry. Okay. It would take a long time for either Aurora or Canopy to generate enough revenue to justify their high market caps. But on the other hand, Liberty Health Sciences, though, could realistically be looking at annual sales of more than 400 million within the next few years. That's an impressive opportunity considering that Liberty Health Sciences market cap is currently only around $350 million. Okay, that's a huge plus right there for that particular company. Origin House is in the same situation. Okay, investment firm Beacon Security projects that Origin House will make around 325 million in revenue by 2020. The company's current market cap is less than 400 million. So again, these two companies are geared towards gaining more market share, increasing their market revenue, all while they are low in market cap. And even if the US laws change so that big Canadian companies can enter the market, Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House should be able to defend their market positions. Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth will probably expand to the US sooner or later, but they would be late. Keyword is late to the party. In my view, the biggest winners of the waiting game are the players that don't have to wait. And those players that's not waiting definitely are Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House, because they're already here based in the United States. So they are already establishing a firm footing in this particular market share. So once the game is actually open to everyone else, they should have not a hard opportunity to increase their positions. So this is what Key Space is trying to insinuate in this article, that rather than focus on Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth, who cannot play here in the United States, focus on these other cannabis companies that's already located in the United States that is doing business today. We're going to go ahead and look at these two charts for Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House and see exactly if this is still a pretty good opportunity to focus on these two companies doing business in the United States. So the first one up is going to be Liberty Health Sciences. You can see that this particular stock is up 4.47%. The last trade was around $1.08. And this particular this particular stock is just within a huge consolidation right now. You can see here that the market is coming down towards 60 cents, give or take, as a support area, and the resistance is coming in around $1.20 or maybe a little higher than that. Okay, but we're hovering well off of that dollar area. So in the midterm, you can see that $1.90 or so is where the initial support area lies for Liberty Health. Okay, the market definitely is not giving us a lot of weakness at this present time, definitely being reflective of some strength still coming into this particular space. I do see longevity in this particular market for the long term for Liberty Health Sciences. Matter of fact, looking at it on the weekly chart, I don't see a lot of weakness coming to the space. I would expect Liberty Health Sciences to continue its move to the upside, and once it breaks this $1.20, the market could definitely move a lot higher in a very short amount of time. Okay, but right now just expect more or less that consolidation, but the strength to the upside is definitely in play for Liberty Health Sciences. So according to the article that Keith wrote, according to the price chart, definitely looks as if Liberty Health Sciences will be a good opportunity to do a little bit more research on, and for you all to make your own decision as to whether or not should you participate in this particular company or not. Okay, now let's take a look at Origin House. You can see that Origin House used to be Canopy. They changed their name on October 23rd, 2018 to Origin House. You can see here that we are in a uptrend in the market for this particular stock. Has been in a very good uptrend. We actually shot a huge increase to the upside recently during the month of October. Okay, we are holding support around $6 now. Given the fact that we are still seeing some weakness entering the space on the daily price chart, you can also see that occurring in the market for this stock on the weekly chart. Okay, so $6 is crucial for this particular market. If we are able to close this week out on this current bar above that previous one, then definitely $6 is a very firm footing of support. We'll be looking for this market to hold support there and move to the upside at that particular time, but that is not actually being played out yet, because once you look at it in the monthly chart, obviously you can see some stockpile coming to this space. So I do think Origin House has some downside potential, more than what Liberty Health Sciences has. So I would be on guard for Origin House a little bit more than I am with Liberty Health Sciences. But overall, long term, I do see Origin House continue to move upward into trajectory. I think we're going to consolidate in the near term for this particular stock, and then see another increase or jump to higher prices long term. Just keep your eyes open on that $6 price for Origin House. But overall, the market is definitely upholding the weakness that came into the market during the first half of November. So overall, from what Keith Space wrote about Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House, is definitely in play on these charts. Long-term move, yes, these particular stocks can continue to move to the upside. The price chart definitely reads the same thing that the article is trying to insinuate. So we are in agreement with you, Keith Spates, on your article that you wrote about Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House, because the price chart is giving us the same depiction or the same type of notion of what you wrote in your article. Okay, so you tell us what you guys think about Liberty Health Sciences and Origin House. Do you think that this is a great opportunity to focus on these smaller cap stocks, or would you rather just focus on Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth, the larger cap stocks right now? Let us know with an opinion in the comment section of this video. And like I mentioned earlier, we will place a link so you all can continue to read this article at your leisure. But our focus is just on the price charts, and it is definitely in agreement with the article. So all in all, both of these stocks, these two stocks, are geared and being primed for higher prices in the long term. Again, tell us your thoughts, and while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, share this video while you're at it, because this is how easy it is to discern what is actual factual truth and what is being persuaded as a fable. Again, make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.